Dr. Shafi asked me to speak tonight about my own experiences with the ITMD Bridge program, and I'm really delighted to do it. I'm really surprised he asked me to talk about that topic. I would imagine that every day, all day, he's doing ITMD, hearing about ITMD, and I'm surprised that he wants to hear about it again, but I'm happy to do that. There's many reasons to support this program, and I just want to share a few. There we go. So, certainly one of the first reasons to support the ITMD Bridging Program is that there's an amazing director who's its biggest champion, Dr. Shafi Mingle. This vision for this program, but also when he puts his mind to something, we all know how he goes about doing it. He has I won't take no for an answer attitude and approach, and he has his gentle ways of being persistent, that's for sure. I actually met him for the first time before he immigrated to Canada, when he was still living in Japan. And I would see him at a conference, or he would be in Canada visiting, and he'd come by and ask me about what opportunities are available, always sharing with me about his dreams for the future. He's not only a big dreamer, but he is able to accomplish every single one of those dreams that he has articulated to me. But I think what really struck me about Dr. Shafi's dreams is they're not about himself. They're about others and helping others. And he has the biggest heart of anybody I know, that his dreams are about others. There's certainly other bridging programs out there, but I think it's Dr. Shafi and his vision that has really made this a spectacular success that you heard about. But he also has other talents, as you know. He takes on leadership in other areas and helping his community here and there. Really wonder if he actually ever sleeps. His impact is widespread, and thankfully he's recognized for those. For example, when he was nominated for the RBC Top 25 Immigrants in Canada in 2018. So I'm certainly not the only one. Congratulations. Actually, does anybody disagree with anything that I've said? There you go. There you have it. We're all fans. Okay, so another reason to support the program then is because of its successes, and I don't even have to articulate the long list of successes that I was going to, because you heard in the presentation that no matter how we measure success in this program, whether it's the number of partners that are here, the amazing partners, the caliber of the partners, the trainee success, the skills learned, etc. The program is a resounding success in all areas, not to mention the ultimate outcome of employment. It's the envy of any program designer, and I've been doing evaluation for 30 years, so I should know. You know, when you think about it, there's that saying about if you know something that's successful, everybody wants to be associated with it. So that's kind of how I feel about this program. Because it's so successful, I also want my name to be associated with it. So there's a third reason to support the ITMD program, and it's because it's a good cause. While Canada is known as one of the top 10 countries in the world to come to as an immigrant, we also know that immigrants don't uniformly have a wonderful experience when they come to Canada. It's actually quite mixed. This particular program, the ITMD Bridge program, is helpful in creating an alternative career path for those doctors who come into the program who choose to do so. And the successes that we just heard about illustrate how this program is making a real difference in the lives of doctors who come into the program. And I think, you know, this program is particularly appealing to me because I'm no stranger to issues of immigration. I've had a number of immigration experiences myself. I was actually born in California, for example, and then I lived much of my childhood in Japan. And when I know that I'm not necessarily a typical Japanese girl, but there was a time when I was young, and I wanted nothing more than to be kind of one of those cute, giggly Japanese girls, Hello Kitty and all. But you know, to be honest, because I wasn't native born to Japan, I wasn't always accepted by all the girls and all the children there, and the other families. And even though I was quite young, it's something that you learn young about discrimination and internalizing that, and that stays with you for a long time. And that's something that happened to me. When I was a teen, I moved back to North America, and that was another transition for me, which wasn't easy. This time, I was missing Japan, even though, I mean, there's many wonderful things about Japan, and I really miss living in Japan. I also wasn't really fitting in with my peers. I didn't have the same cultural experiences, I didn't have the same values. And again, that transition took a number of years for me to feel like maybe I was fitting in with many of my peers in the society south of the border. My last immigration experience was midlife, and I moved from Johns Hopkins, where I was before coming to University of Toronto, to Toronto. That transition was not as large as my other two when I was younger. So it was quite different from the ones that I experienced in my early years. And then finally, my spouse is from Southern Europe. And so he is an immigrant to North America. And I can't, you know, every week I hear something about being an immigrant. So being an immigrant is something that I understand. And I certainly don't understand each one of your unique experiences. But I can say that programs that help immigrants ease their transition are a great cause that I really want to support. So I want to just say something about the program. So the program is ITMD, but when I really think about the program, I think that we could actually have other words that stand for I and T and M and D. It's an inspiring program. It is a transformational program. It is a meaningful program, and this program certainly delivers success. So I want to talk about one more reason. I know you want dinner, but one more short reason why we should support this program. And it really is because of the trainees. They are just amazing. What can I say? Wow. I mean, all the skills that they come in with, the vast research experience and basic science and data collection and patient assessment and data analysis, publications, the kinds of medical training that they come in with, you know, spans the whole range of disciplines. Some of them are also computer programs or maybe doing e-health work. It's just amazing, the range of skills that they have. And certainly, my being part of this program and receiving trainees is a huge gift. I feel like I get 2 huge gifts every year because of the 2 cohorts that come through. And you know, the trainees, they really have to be motivated to continue on with their practicum. I know when they come to work with me, there are many hoops that they have to go through in order to just be placed. So they have to do hours, and I mean hours of research ethics training in order to come to St. Mike's. The learning curve for each project is quite high, so they have to spend many hours doing that. But I would say that from our perspective, my research team really benefits from these placements. In particular, I think the curiosity shown by the trainees when they ask us questions about why we're doing things, I think kind of reinvigorates my research team because they feel like they are reminded about why they're doing the work. And they really take on new team members that are really responsible and making really important contributions. And in particular, because I'm not a clinician and I work in clinical settings, the kind of insights that my team gets is really valuable from the participation in the ITMD trainings. So the last slide that I'll show you is the words that I thought might represent what the trainees are. And They are intrepid, given your journeys from wherever you came from to this country and to this program. Together. And what I mean by that is you definitely have your acts together, but also you're really great at working with other team members together. Motivated, and then finally, thinking distinguished. So congratulations.